Hello friends, welcome back. In the last video of SmartCore, we have understood that the world of living beings is the world of strengths and limitations. Every living being has strengths and it also has limitations or weaknesses, which brings limitations to its life. While we understand that most of the living beings do not have an ability to overcome the limitations they experience, we were trying to explore if there is any living being who is able to overcome limitations. Is there any living being who is able to go beyond limitations? Let's understand this now. Let's once again go through the questions that we asked in the last video. Is there any living being that can prepare itself for future events? Surely there is a living being who can prepare itself for uncertain future. Is there a living being who has built things to protect itself from flood, heavy storm, earthquakes, extreme cold or even sunlight? Let's look around and observe. Surely solutions to this problem exist. Is there a living being who cannot fly and has overcome this limitation and travels for hours in the air? Yes, definitely there is a being who travels for hours in the air. Is there a living being who cannot swim beyond few hours and has overcome this limitation and travels by sea for months together? Answer is yes for this too. While most of the living beings are not capable of overcoming the limitations that they face, there is one being that has overcome every limitation it experiences from time to time and has evolved into a super being by challenging every obstacle that came their way. Whether predictable, dangerous situations such as floods and droughts or unpredictable events such as earthquake, this living being has made progress to an extent where it can ensure safety not only for itself but also of other beings too. There are ample number of examples which prove that this living being has the capability of overcoming any kind of limitations it experiences. So, which is this exceptional living being who is able to overcome all limitations? Can you guess? I am sure we all know the answer now. The answer is very easy. It's us, the human beings, the only limitless beings on this planet. When we look around, we notice various things such as TVs, phones, buildings, cars, shops, hospitals, roads, and many more. All such objects do not exist accidentally. They have been created by human beings to overcome one or the other limitation. We cannot fly, so we created the aeroplane that can fly us from one place to another. Birds were an inspiration for us to fly, and today we fly even higher, faster and longer than birds. Interestingly, we don't just fly from one place to another, but we fly with the comfort and luxury, watching our favorite movies and listening to music that we like while we travel. We can't survive in water for days together, and to overcome this limitation, we built ships that help us travel through the sea, rivers and lakes easily. These ships provide the best of the best luxuries and entertainment to travelers aboard. Huge amount of goods get transported from one city to another, from one country to another through the waterways continuously. In earlier days, human beings had to live without any light for more than 12 hours after sunset. Lack of light would force them to remain indoors without much to do. With the invention of electricity, we overcame this limitation, and today the world looks wonderful at night with colorful lit up skyscrapers and well lit roads. In fact, few cities in the world remain active not only at daytime but also throughout the night. Farming in the earlier days needed hard labor and was more time consuming. And yet the agriculture production used to be less compared to the efforts that were put in. This limitation has been removed by inventing machines such as tractors. And in today's time, even latest technology such as drones and Wi-Fi is getting used extensively in modern day farming, resulting into more agriculture production with relatively less efforts. Think of a limitation, and we must have overcome most of these limitations. Let's explore our fascinating limitless journey more. The moon has always been an object of attraction for all of us. Reaching the moon was a beautiful fantasy, a wonderful dream for the human being. Till last century, most of the people would have thought of going to the moon as an impossible task, simply because of the various difficulties that it involved. No one would have thought at that time that we as human beings would ever reach to this beautiful object in the space, which captured the imagination of our mind for many centuries in the past. As human beings progressed, we acquired more knowledge about the outer space, our galaxy, about the moon, and we progressed in the field of space technology. We continued our efforts towards reaching the moon. And on 20th July 1969, one of our most beautiful dreams turned into a reality. Something that was unthinkable for so many centuries had come into existence. Yes, on this day, we, the human being, landed on the moon. We put our feet on the moon for the first time in the history of mankind. An object of our dream was within our reach now. What a proud moment it was for the mankind. And with this achievement, human beings proved itself as the limitless being once again. As we progressed in the field of space research, not only we landed on the moon, we also have even launched many satellites into the Earth's atmosphere and beyond to help us gather more information such as about weather and other planets. This information not only helps us in various studies and researches, but even in our day-to-day life. Some simple examples of this which we all use. Our smart mobile and TV display news and entertainment from across the globe. Today, we can connect with anyone across the globe easily. And GPS guides us to various locations. Be it roads, buildings, cars, phones, medicines or clothes, everything is an outcome of overcoming some limitations in our life. We may not have been able to prevent the natural phenomena such as flooding, droughts, earthquakes or storms, but we have surely found the means to protect ourselves from such calamities. Today, because of the progress that we have made in the field of technology, our planes navigate safely through the turbulent skies and ships navigate safely through the rough seas. In this world of living beings, there are innumerable living beings who are not able to overcome limitation, and amongst these living beings, there exists human being who has been overcoming the limitations always and progressing consistently. We have done this in the past, have been doing it now, and if there are any limitations that we seem to facing now, we will surely be overcoming those in the near future. Friends, after understanding the unique strength that we have of going beyond any limitation, I am sure you all must be thinking that we are simply the super being.